Welcome back to Ant Hong Kong. Today we will be taking you to a place in Cambodia called Siem Reap, best known for its incredible temples. But this is no sightseeing tour, and I will be talking to you about the various species of ants which I found in Siem Reap. First, let's look at this small patch of grass in my hotel next to my room. In it, I found Caponatas, or carpenter ants, Carabera, or Asian marauder ants, various species of Phaidoli, or big-headed ants, these cool but unidentified ants, some Paratrachina longicornis, or black crazy ants, dinosaur ants, or diacama, and these Tapenoma melanocephala, or ghost ants. Even some Ocyphilus margina, weaver ants. Now, you may be wondering, what are all of these ant colonies eating in the middle of a hotel? I believe the answer lies within these stone-like structures which wrap around multiple trees. Termites. Lots and lots of termites. Here I can see a diacama carrying away a killed termite back to its nest. And here you can see some Phaidoli ants bringing a killed termite back to their nest. But of course, the ants will also prey on each other. As you can see, that's what these weaver ants are doing here. But I believe that the main source of food for these ants are the large amount of termites in the area. Now let's take a look at some of the ants I found in the area, starting with this species of ant called Diacama rugosa, which you will be familiar with from my past videos. As you can see, their nest is very identifiable and easy to spot, because they are like a large funnel protruding from the ground. The ants were incredibly active, and many of them would come out to attack me if I disturbed their nest at all. I also saw some of them raiding a nearby termite nest for food. My colony back home is doing incredibly well, with masses of brood, and I will be updating you on them next time. Then I found some Carabera diversa, which had some of these huge and fascinating super majors, acting like transports for the smaller miners. As you can see, the tiny ants are just riding on the back and head of the large super major, perhaps to conserve energy. They had also established some highways underneath the grass. Then I found some Tapenoma melanocephala, or ghost ants, but I won't talk about them too much, because I have a colony back home, and they are very commonly found across the world. Then I saw a Caponatas species. A small group of about 15 of them were running in tandem along the ground. If you have watched some of my previous videos about the dinosaur ants, you will know that they also do this. Maybe these carpenter ants were looking around for a new nest or walking to a food source. I followed them as they ran across leaves and twigs, even crossing some other ant nests, but they never once lost track of each other. I followed them for a while and eventually disappeared into a bush, which perhaps was the location of their nest. Out of all of the ants I found here in Siem Reap, these were some of the most fascinating. Then I saw a small colony of these ants, which, after doing some research, I think they may be Moreno bicolor, as they have those hairs on their body, which are very similar to that of Moreno. As you can see here, they are excavating out a new nest. And looking closer, you can see that they have so much hair on their gaster and body that it catches some of the dust and the gravel. Then I found some of these ants, known as Anotretus, or mini trapjaw ants, because they're very similar in body shape and behavior to the large Odontomachus ants. These ants are about 2 millimeters in length and have the same trap jaws, which open to 180 degrees and snapshot with incredible speed and force. I also found some Solenopsis geminata, or red tropical fire ants, which are exotic and were brought here by humans. Unfortunately, these ants are absolutely everywhere here in Cambodia, and they could have displaced some native ant species. However, these ants are fairly settled, so hopefully the ecosystem has adapted. Now let's take a look at some termites. This is the interior of a termite mound, and had many small white worker termites and some larger soldier termites. Of course, many of the ant colonies around these nests prey on the termites, as you can see these ants are doing right now, dragging off a larger termite to their nest. Now let's take a look in the interior of a Ocophilus margina nest, Asian weaver ants. You can see the silk separates the leaves into chambers, which is woven by the larvae. The silk also binds the sides of the leaves together. Speaking of weaver ants, I will be talking about my huge Polyrhecus colony next week. Also, my Phaedoli colony have grown, and I will update you on them in a future video. And I will possibly talk about some other cool critters that I've captured over the last few months. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already by clicking on my icon right here. And check out some of my other videos. Until next time, this is Anton Kong signing out.